They say that the key to a happy life is a
Happy wife.
That's true. Now, that's very, very applicable to romantic relationships. But I think the principle equally applies to business relationships as well. Don't you think so, Attorney Ramon?
Sure.
Having a good business partner ensures that all of your actions are in line with each other and you can focus on external challenges as a team.
Now, this is one of the things our student Sam was thinking of when he asked, Attorney, I'm currently setting up a business and I want to ask a friend to be one of my business partners. Sounds family. But since this is the first time I'm doing this, I'm not sure if this is the right direction. When should I look? What should I look for in a business partner so that we can have a prosperous and legally smooth business together? If you're in a similar situation as Sam, stick around to find out. This episode is brought to you by Putting Up a Corporation Workshop, an online course that orients you on the basics of starting a company in the Philippines. It talks about what is a corporation exactly, what are the things you should decide on first before making the leap, and what is the procedure to expect when processing the papers. Get your business started right. Go to info.legalguide.ph/corporation to learn more. Welcome to Legal Guide Philippines, where we simplify the law to help you make better choices. I'm Attorney Ramon Ramirez, and I'm with my partner,
Attorney Erwin Zagala.
So, today we're helping you with preparations for putting up a business or corporation. And we're zooming in on one of the biggest components of the business. What is that?
Your partner.
Yes, okay, Attorney Erwin. Partner. He's my partner.
So this is perfect. Actually, if you are in this situation, congratulations. This is one of the most exciting things that you can do. Diba? Putting up your own business.
Yes.
Perfect. Now, we want to add as much value as we can at this stage kasi tutulungan namin kayo how to pick the right business partner. Now, if you are setting things up right now and iniisip pa lang ninyo, sino kaya yung magandang kuning partner or you have someone in mind, hindi mo pa nakakausap, perfect. Utilize the things that we will be discussing here. It will be perfect for your situation. Parang ginawa natin yung episode just for them. Ano,
yes.
Nice. However, if you are already in an existing business or basically may negosyo na, you want to expand it, magagamit pa rin ninyo yung lessons for today or for future businesses. Diba? Kasi you will be able to use it as a checklist. A what?
Checklist.
A checklist for what to look for in a partner when you're expanding or putting up a new business in the future. Or, kung sakaling nagdududa ka sa partner mo ngayon, di ba? Medyo you have something to guide you to check whether the relationship is still working.
Yes.
Ang ending nun, it's not you, it's me. Ewan ko, bahala na sila how they want to use the checklist. But let's go to the first point. So, a good business partner is someone with whom your values are aligned.
Values? I learned that in grade school. Values ed.
Attorney Erwin, ano ang ibig sabihin ng values?
Yes.
Let's drill it down para makita ninyo in the real world. Basically, the things that you consider important in your life are also the things that they consider important.
Like what?
So let's put it in a business setting.
Okay.
First thing I look at is, pareho ba kayo ng a service or product that you want to put out to the world? Do you want to serve the world or society as a whole in the same way? Yun,
that's
diba?
nice.
Oo.
It's deep.
kasi if may discrepancy kayo when it comes to, I want to serve people in this way. And ikaw naman, no, I want to serve people in this way. Magkaka-conflict yan at some point. And it's very difficult to run a business if you guys aren't looking in the same direction together. Kasi imbis na yung external threats na lang ang iniintindi ninyo, pati kayo nag-aaway.
That's true.
Yes.
I agree with that.
So first off is the thing that your business wants to do. Are you guys in alignment? Okay? Next, siguro industry. Kasi same product, same service can actually serve multiple industries.
Oh, okay.
Which class or category of people do you want to serve? For example, Attorney Ramon and I made a decision very, very early in our partnership. We put up a law firm. And for the law firm, we were very clear as to which classification of people we wanted to serve.
True.
And Attorney Ramon, what did we decide on?
entrepreneurs and family businesses.
Yes, as opposed to serving as the law firm for big multinational corporations
Yeah.
or foreign companies. Now, we also, ironically, we also have clients na big companies, foreigners, foreign companies, but our main focus is what we agreed on. And
Yes.
I think that made a lot of difference, Attorney Ramon, in the way we run things.
Mm.
Madali mag-usap eh.
Right.
Kasi we were already in agreement kung sino yung gusto nating i-serve. And walang away-away na parang, bakit ganito? Bakit ganyan?
And we always go back to our values whenever we decide on taking on a client. We always go back to our values, and that's really helped us a lot.
And we feel that it would help you as well. Once you guys decide on the service or the product, legally speaking, ito, lawyer hat pa naman. Where is that reflected, Attorney Ramon? Sa company papers.
Sa articles of incorporation. Of course.
Yes. So, ang implication yan, once you guys make a decision, that should be reflected in your articles of incorporation. Now, Attorney Erwin, Attorney Ramon, parang wala kayong nabanggit about money. Negosyo to, di ba? Hindi naman to charity. So, money isn't a consideration. It is. It definitely is. We didn't spend too much time on that because for us, that is already a given.
Yes.
Because if you want to keep serving people through products, through services, you have to make it sustainable. And for a business to be sustainable, kailangan po may pumapasok na pera. So for us, money is a no-brainer. Kasama na po dapat yan. All of you should be interested in making it sustainable financially.
Yes.
Okay? So moving on to the second point, a good business partner is also someone who is capable of thinking long-term. Capable of thinking, what, Attorney naman?
Long-term.
As opposed to
short-term.
Yes. And usually kapag ang tao kayang mag-isip ng long-term, ang EQ niyan malaki rin po. Are you familiar with the marshmallow test, Attorney Ramon?
Yes, and I probably failed that when I was a kid.
So, quick recap for those of you guys who aren't familiar with the marshmallow test. They put a couple of kids in a room. So, these are social scientists, psychologists, I think. And then, nilagyan nila ng marshmallow yung kids in front of them with the instruction, okay, we're gonna leave you for a certain amount of time, 10, 15 minutes. And if hindi mo kainin itong marshmallow in front of you, we'll give you more treats later on.
Oh, nice.
What the kids didn't know, naka-videotape sila the entire time. So yung mga bata parang, oh no, gusto ko na kainin to. Some of them did eat. Some of them, nahintay. Nahintay. And then they were very happy with the rewards afterwards. Now, what the study showed was, iba-iba kasi yung propensity ng tao. Iba-iba yung profile. Some of us are more capable of waiting for the rewards later on, for greater rewards. Now, if you are going to be choosing a partner, especially if it's a startup, I would highly recommend vetting your partners for long-term thinking. Kaya ba? Or having a big EQ. Why? Starting a business is one of the hardest things that you will do. Yes. But it will be rewarding. However, yung reward kasi usually it's not found at the start.
Yes, that's correct.
You have to be willing to sacrifice. Now, kung wala yung capability na yun, you guys might have a hard time running a business together. Kasi parang, 3 months na. Bakit wala pa rin kita? Bakit wala pa rin profit? Out na ako. Sayang naman yung pagod. Nag-incorporate ka pa, inorient mo pa, sinama mo pa siya sa registration, only to find out na kapag yung rewards hindi ganun kabilis, out na siya.
Yeah. In fact, when we started our practice early on, we invited some people, right? And some of them, yun kagad yung iniisip na, okay, off the bat, what am I gonna make? Diba? So that was an indication to us, okay, that this might not be a good fix, setup.
Not to say na yung mga taong yun walang long-term thinking or EQ. Baka magkaiba lang yung expectations. And possibly yung mga kausap ninyo, baka ganun din. Hindi naman sa walang EQ or hindi long-term thinking. Baka magkakaiba lang tayo ng situations at the point when you are doing the business.
Right.
So, no harm, no foul. Parang no hard feelings. Pero mabuti na nagkaalaman at the start.
Correct.
Diba? Versus na ginugo na natin. Bakit wala pa? Ba't wala akong Mahirap yun.
Yeah.
Guys, for the most part, businesses, they take a long time to, hindi naman take a long time, but there's a certain
There's a gestation period.
yes
definitely.
may inertia kasi you're
Mhm.
possibly starting out with nothing.
Mm.
Wala kang market, wala kang customers. You can't expect after the first week na andyan na yung benta. If ever yes, then swerte ka. Good.
Yeah, great business.
We're very happy for you, but I think it would be more prudent to be realistic about it and prepare for the long term para at least in case na pumasok yung benta earlier, thank you,
Mhm.
but you are prepared in case it doesn't.
Mhm.
Okay, now let's move on to point number 3.
Mm.
Your business partner is ideal if they can stay and do the business with you. Attorney Erwin, hindi ba parang taken for granted naman yan?
Yeah,
Kaya
isn't
nga
that-
kinukuha ko na partner
Di ba
kasi
no-brainer yun?
no.
Huh?
Okay.
Hmm.
So, we have encountered certain situations wherein maganda yung start ng negosyo. Okay naman, tumatakbo na.
Mhm.
Pumapasok na yung customer. So, all of the partners have to be working. And then, biglang ito na, nag-inform si isang partner. Alam mo kung ano yung in-inform?
What did the partner say?
Bro, na-approve na yung ano ko, yung
Petition.
petition. So yung ibang partner, hindi kami to. It was someone who consulted us. So tanong ng mga partners, ha? So paano mo gagawin yung negosyo from overseas? Hindi, out na ako.
Out na ako.
Di ba alam nyo naman yan na
Give me my
may,
share.
di ba alam nyo naman yan na may pending petition ako? Eh actually hindi. So these are the things that mukhang kailangan pag-usapan ng partners before you get started. Kasi at the onset, everybody's available. Okay.
Yes.
But circumstances can change immediately. So kung sakaling may mga pending na bagay kagaya niyan, magandang pag-usapan upfront. That way, walang gulatan. Bro, na-approve na. Diba?
Just to be clear, petition, when we talk about petition, that's petition to go abroad, right? Or to
Yung
live abroad.
citizenship niya
Yeah.
or permanent residency na approve na.
To migrate or whatever.
Pwede rin namang hindi pagpunta sa overseas. Pwede rin naman nag-start ng negosyo.
Yeah.
Tapos, biglang sa gitna, oy bro, natanggap na ako sa work.
Employment na pala.
Oo,
employment.
all along, yung negosyo pala which you started with them, akala mo, this is the main thing. Yun pala, ay sandali, pang tawid lang to habang nag-a-apply ako for work.
And it's possible. Yeah.
It's possible. Kung hindi mapag-usapan, delikado po yan kasi mag-aaway kayo because the expectations weren't set properly. Another way is, akala mo ikaw yung main, pero yung pala ikaw lang yung sideline na negosyo. may parang medyo
parang ano ka pala, mistress.
All along akala mo ikaw yung
yung main squeeze.
So sa negosyo kasi minsan may mga ganyan din may negosyo rito, lumalabas ikaw pala yung sideline, di ba, na negosyo. So just be clear with those kinds of expectations. And if you're gonna pick a business partner, of course, the preference is the partner who will treat you as the main thing.
Actually, absolutely. I agree with that. Yeah.
You will be staying, di ba? So let's move on to point number 4. Kung hahanap ka lang din ng partner, kailangan malinaw po yung extent of work needed. So, ang hirap kasi sa ibang partnerships, especially kapag born out of friendship. We've seen this happen over and over again. Magbabarkada. Attorney Ramon, let's paint them a picture. Ano ba ang usapan usually ng mga barkadang magnenegosyo?
Well, it always starts out na, okay, let's do this project. And
pare, masarap yung luto mo. Bakit di nating
we should set up a restaurant.
You should sell that.
Yeah.
Oo.
Yun.
Ayan. So, set up. Pag andyan na yung trabaho, turuan na. Sino magdi-deliver? Ako naman pare, ako na yung nagluto. Hindi, busy ako sa kahe. Ay, ganun.
True.
So
and just like in college, or high school or whatever group activities, there's always that other guy na he's just there and enthusiastic, pero there's really no contribution.
yung token sabit guy.
Yeah.
For some reason, parang lahat ng grupo meron. Parang for some reason, the universe conspires na hindi kompleto yung grupo nyo hanggat walang ganyan.
May sabit dapat.
So, yung sabit, siguro may lulusot ko pa yan for group projects. Pero when it comes to business, that's deadly.
Yes.
So, how do you avoid that? Legally speaking, magandang you put the responsibilities on paper. Supposing you are occupying this position in the company. Okay,
Mhm.
this position entails the following responsibilities.
Good.
Ayan.
I agree.
Tapos, once na maisulat, maganda rin kasi kapag naisusulat, nothing clarifies better than writing it down.
That's correct.
'Di ba? Kasi for some reason, kunwari yung job roles, it might be a nebulous concept in your head.
Mm.
Pero once nakita mo in front of you, wala nang takas.
Mm.
'Di ba? So, it's either say yes to this or not. And once you say yes, of course, the commitment is there. 'Di ba?
And you can do this pagsulat during your planning phase. When
Mhm.
you're planning out your business model and everything, you have to be very very clear already. And please don't be ashamed to be upfront and ask the hard questions from your partners.
Kasi if you can't ask the hard questions while you're still planning, what
Mhm.
more kapag nandun na kayo sa loob? And
Yes, definitely.
that's deadly for partners na hindi nakakapag-usap.
Mhm.
You have to be able to talk about anything that's necessary for the business. Ito naman, Attorney Ramon, what legal document would reflect this? Tingin ko yung job description. Or pwedeng yung founders agreement.
Yeah,
Posibleng
you could execute whatever you need to put it into writing. So you can
Mhm.
have like agreements like that, internal arrangements or agreements between and among the partners or incorporators or whatever you want to call it.
Have you assisted on anything like this?
Yes, actually, yeah, we've helped some of our clients in putting down what are their agreements beforehand. It's the stuff that don't necessarily need to make it into the articles of incorporation,
Masyado nang maliit.
yeah, or the bylaws.
Mm. Well, ako naman, for my part, it's mostly reflected sa job description.
Mhm.
Kunwari, this business partner is the general manager. So, anong list of responsibilities ng general manager?
Mhm.
That's where I have it reflected naman.
Nice.
And either way is good. Either way is good. Ang importante, meron. Okay, let's move on to the next point.
Hmm.
So, for the ideal business partner, you have to vet na pasok siya talaga as a partner, because here is where we will ask, does it really have to be a partner?
That's a good question.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi ganito, for some people, ini-interview ko, bakit mo ba gustong ipasok to as a partner?
Hmm.
Kasi attorney, magaling siya sa accounting, sa bookkeeping.
Yun. Oh.
Or, attorney, kasi maganda yung recipe niya. Gusto kong gamitin sa negosyo.
Mm.
So, aside from that, ano pa? Well, yun talaga yung primary. So, let me ask you, does it have to be a partner?
Mm.
Kasi if you're after a specific aspect lang of a person, such as intellectual property or skill or something that they do for the company, baka naman pwedeng i-outsource na lang yan.
That's
Or
right.
treat them as an employee. Wala
That's
namang
right.
problem about that.
Mhm.
So, kung kunwari, yung magaling magluto attorney,
Or
bakit hindi mo na lang gawing partner? Instead of partner, kunin mo na lang as employee.
right. Or pay for their kanya yung
Expertise.
kanya yung recipe.
Mm.
Pay for the rights to that recipe or whatever.
Or, sagot sa akin, di ba, magaling mag-bookkeeping, attorney, magaling di hire mo na lang as bookkeeper.
Yeah, why not?
Pwedeng as employee or pwedeng outsourced. Either way. So, guys, here's how I want you to think about your business. Maging very picky kayo kung sino papapasukin ninyo. Again, you don't have to let people in as partners or owners just because you need a specific skill set.
Mm.
It has to be much more than that. Okay?
Agreed.
Anything else to add to this?
No, that's it.
Diba? So business partner, outsourced service, or as an employee, pagpilian ninyo yung tatlong yun. Next is, kung kukuha ka lang din ng partner, parang for me, it's a very, very big advantage if you guys complement each other. What does that mean?
Mm.
In terms of personality, expertise, skill set, maganda sana kung ano yung kulang sa'yo, nandun sa partner mo.
That's true. That's
Diba?
true.
For instance, ako, I tend to be a night owl.
Mm.
Very, lahat ng work ko usually na productive, gabi po nangyayari.
Yeah.
Kita niyo po yung libro, anything that I wrote down, gabi po yan sinulat. Mornings, halos hindi ako mapakinabangan. So I don't set up meetings in the morning. That's just not where my energy is high. It's high in the evenings. And for most creative work that require a lot of energy, that's when I tend to do it.
Mm.
Ikaw, Attorney Ramon, ano naman ang ano mo?
Well, I'm more of a daytime person. So I like starting my work in the morning, and I'm actually most productive in the morning. In the afternoon, kasi there's a lot of problems already and things that you need to fix. So a lot of my work, productive work, is done in the morning.
So how does this play out?
Mm.
So, kunwari may mga matters na kailangan i-deal with, usually kapag hapon yan or gabi, ako na muna yung sasalo.
Right.
Kasi nandun medyo mataas yung ano ko, yung
Mhm.
yung energy level. Kapag medyo umaga yan, pare pasalo muna.
Yeah, that's usually me. I'm usually in charge of the store
Mhm.
in the mornings.
Yes.
Then we meet in the afternoon.
Yes, to
Yeah.
update each other. In the same way, ako I am hindi ko hilig yung finances. Fixing up the records, bookkeeping,
Mm.
collections.
Mm.
Admittedly, it has to be done at the start. I used to do it. Kaya tuwan-tuwa ako pare nung pumasok ko sa team eh.
Yeah, man.
Na okay na bro. May magte-take over na. And here's the thing, you love doing it.
Yeah, I do. Actually, I'm surprised that I do. I do like the order in which things need to happen, and I like everything organized. So I'm surprised. No, I wasn't like this when I was a kid, but yeah, that's something that we complement each other on.
Ako naman, malakas ako with creative work. More of the artist side.
Yeah.
Which is not to say bookkeeping is not an art form in itself. But yun naman, pare, admittedly, pag gagawa tayo ng script, ikaw, medyo a little bit more challenging for you.
Yeah, definitely.
So we just recognize what parts of the business we are strong at and try to, in terms of Bo Sanchez, Brother Bo calls this the core gift. What is your core gift? And within the business, try to assign more tasks which correspond to your core gift.
Yeah.
Yan. So kung kukuha ka ng partner, try to get someone with a different core gift than you. That way, all bases in the business are covered.
Now these are just our personalities. Even our practices or fields of expertise are different as well. So we complement each other on that.
I tend to focus more on labor relations, labor policies, and corporate, di ba? So more on the people handling side ako. Ikaw,
I do more tax and corporate matters as well, and so everything that's not actually not what you do, di ba, is stuff that I do as well. So there's a good synergy there also.
Ayan, so try to get a business partner which is complementary to you, that can fill up the parts that you are weak at. Ayan. So let's move on to the next point.
Okay.
A good partner has no commitment issues.
No?
Oo,
What's
no
that about?
commitment. Na pag nag-commit sa negosyo, they are willing to put it down on paper.
Yeah, I like that.
Pipirma,
I like that.
pipirma.
Pipirma. Okay.
And kung sakaling gagawa ako ng paperwork for business partners, I have 3 things which I would recommend that should appear there.
What are those 3 things?
First, I call it the 3 S's.
3 S's. So,
S. Okay. First S, scope of work. So sulat na ninyo, ano ba yung scope of work that you are responsible for? Payag ka ba dyan? Payag. Check.
Go.
Next, share in the enterprise. Malinaw. Gaano kalaki ba yung share mo?
Right.
And kung sakaling kumita, gaano kalaki yung matatanggap mo?
Correct.
Hindi yung parang, akala ko mas malaki dapat dito, so magtatampo ka na. No. Kailangan malinaw yan upfront. And then finally, aside from the share in the enterprise, when I say share kasi that's ownership. Sa dulo, the third S is salary.
Salary.
Oo.
Sweldo.
Kasi as owner, you get a share of the profits as dividends, di ba? Aside from dividends, sometimes kasi you're occupying a regular position in the company. Doon naman, ang tawag sa compensation for that is salary. So kung may salary man, how much are you expecting to get?
Nice.
Yan. Now, all of these things that we talked about, these are crucial. Why? Kung sakaling nagkamali ka kasi ng pagkuha ng partner, eventually you want to ease them out of the business, magulo po yung usapan.
Yes.
One of the most common ways to do that is buyout.
Yes.
So for buyout, medyo mag-valuation pa kayo kung magkano ba talaga yung value ng kumpanya. Minsan maraming gulo dun. And sometimes, kung hindi magkasundo sa buyout, baka mag-litigation. So for me, skip all of that. Choose the right partner to begin with. Now, Attorney Ramon, why don't we do a recap?
All
Ang dami
right.
natin na
Ang dami
pag-usapan.
na, sobrang dami. So, in choosing a partner, choosing a business partner, there are some stuff we want you to look into. First is, are your values aligned?
Mhm.
Okay, so
Next,
review.
next is,
Your partner should be a long-term thinker or
Mhm.
big yung EQ niya. Okay?
yes.
Next is, will your partner be staying?
Mhm.
Do they have or may sideline ba siya or aalis ba abroad? Next is, the extent of work that is needed in the business, you have to document that properly. Okay. Next is the expertise of your partner. It should be varied, right? So
And complementary.
complementary sana. Of course, it won't always happen, but hopefully. Next, do they have commitment issues? And in terms of documenting the commitment, we talked about the three S's: scope of work, sharing the enterprise, and salary. Tama ba?
And finally, we talked about the consequences.
Mm.
Kung mali na pili mo, yan ang mangyayari sa'yo.
Correct.
For most of you, this lesson was more than enough, and if it makes your life easier, then you're welcome. But there are those of you who will watch this lesson and end up asking more questions, such as, Attorney, what is a primary purpose, and how do we choose one for our company? Or, Attorney, what's the right capitalization? Or, Attorney, what papers do we need to submit to get registered at the SEC? Clue, marami po yan. If that's you, then I invite you to check out our workshop, Putting Up a Corporation, where we orient you on the things you need to know when starting a company here in the Philippines. Get the workshop now at info.legalguy.ph/company today.
And to add to that, if you want us to tackle your question in our show, go to www.legalguy.ph and click the submit topic button. Next, of course, we'd like to know what's your biggest takeaway from today's video. So please write it down in the comments and let's talk about it. Last, if you feel we've earned a good rating, please give us a like and subscribe because it gives us feedback that we're doing a good job and it encourages us to do more videos.
One last thing. John D. Rockefeller said, "A friendship founded on business is better than a business founded on friendship." And I tend to agree. What about you, Attorney Ramon?
Yes, absolutely.
When choosing a business partner, let your business considerations take priority over personal relationships. Don't let personal feelings interfere with making a living. However, if you can find a way to merge both business and friendship, I advise that you grab it because it will make running a business so much more enjoyable while staying profitable. So wasn't that simple?
Now go make better choices.